This is the last chain of the fifth row that I'm going to work with. 2 knots and 3 petals, and we'll complete this row and go for the next row. That will be only chain again. No, beehives, small beehives. First petal. This will be the second one. Thread always on top. Just watch. Needle inserted. Thread always on top, and the back thread should be wrapped anti-clockwise and the thread pulled, leaving a bit of little space to form the loop or the petal, and then 2 more knots. Wrapping the thread anti-clockwise. And we'll complete this row coming back to the starting point. We shall lock it here, and this row is completed. And this is how it looks. This row is completed, and we shall work over. Now I have to work with 2 rows of beehives. Now I have to start from here. So to work for that, let me put 2 more knots here at a little bit of distance so that the thread doesn't look awkward when I go over to that leaf to start over. This is how I do. Doesn't look awkward. I'm going to pull it tightly so that it looks like we have finished the row here, and now we can start with our next beehive row. This thread also doesn't come from here till here, and it looks awkward. Now this looks okay. Put the needle inside, place a knot for the first one. Similarly, we have to work with the other loops also, keeping a bit of distance. This is how it looks. Now going over here, the next 3 petals. This is overlapped almost. I'll have to separate it and then do. Keep the distance equal now. These beehive distances, the chain of the beehive should be equal. All should be equal. This is how you are going to do. Insert the needle again. This thread always on top, and the back thread wrapped anti-clockwise, and the thread pulled. Now I am working over these 3 petals. Needle inside, thread always on top, Wrap the thread anti-clockwise and pull the thread, and just look at the distance that I'm keeping. All should be equal. This is how we are going to do with this row. I will show you some more. Now we have to complete this row with a single, with these beehives, and the next row will be, I have to work this complete row till I come to the starting point, and I'll get back to you to show the next beehive. I'm almost at the end of the 6th row, where we have started with beehives portion, and this will be the last chain to complete this row. And this is the first row of beehives what we have started, and now we'll go over second and third row. 3 rows I'm going to do, and for the second row, insert the needle in the middle of this chain, wrap the thread and pull it tightly in center so that the knot is placed in center with a little bit of thread here. And the next will be, we are going to insert the needle in the next chain in center, this thread always on top, wrapping the thread anti-clockwise. I'm pulling the chain thread to form next beehive. And now I'm going over the next chain, inserting the needle in center. The knot should be placed in center. This is the third beehive. And this is how we are going to complete with another row also, over the same second row. 3 rows I have to complete. I'm going to show you some more. Insert the needle in the center of this chain, previous chain. Pull the thread so that the knot is formed in center of this chain tightly. This is how we are going to complete this row and the next row also. over the same, over the second row. You can always correct if there's a knot there. We'll have to open the previous what we have placed and then pull the thread nicely. This is how we are going to do. Complete the this row and the next row also, and I'll get back to you for this portion how to do this triangle portion.